and welcome to the Jyske Bank Boxen in Herning and coverage of the final of the 2014 Men's European Handball Championship final as the hosts Denmark prepare to take on Olympic champions France. Here, the Danish team arriving a little earlier today. Mensa Larsen coming out, leading the way for a team who have made it all the way through to the end. The 47th and final match of Euro 2014. Nudesbo coming in, the local boy. Eggert right behind him, the winger. It's going to be an incredible event. My name's Paul Bray. Thanks for joining us today for what promises to be a thrilling encounter played in an incredible atmosphere. Karabatic leading the way then as the French arrived earlier. Can they pull it off here against the Danes, supported by 14,000 spectators in the Jyske Bank Boxen? It's going to be quite a game. Omeyer back from injury. Team that mixes some of the old names. There's Narcisse with some new ones. The likes of Port or Anic or Nyokas. So here we are then, ready to roll. Denmark, France in the final of Euro 2014. It's the final all Denmark wanted. Always that worry when you're the host that maybe, just maybe, you won't make it through, but they had. Well, earlier today, Spain took the bronze. They beat Croatia 29-28 in a thrilling encounter. But now, as far as the Danes are concerned, this is the main course. This is the plat de résistance. Huge support for Denmark. Population of nearly 6 million, all on the edge of their seats, hoping that Denmark, the current holders of the title, can retain it here on home soil. Or can France spoil their party? And there are a few French supporters here, clustered together in one corner, doing their best to be heard over the Danish supporters. A faultless run for Denmark, unbeaten all the way through. 3 preliminary round match wins against Macedonia, Austria and the Czech Republic, followed by a main round win over Spain, a big one there because they got thrashed by them in the World Championship final. And the Queen of Denmark, Her Royal Highness Queen Margaret, arriving here. Prince Jean. Split loyalties, of course. Prince Jean from France. Will the Prince toe the line and support Denmark? I'm sure he will. There, some of the friends gathering to come through. So Denmark then winning the main round matches against Spain, Hungary and Iceland before beating Croatia 29-27 in their semi-final. France, faultless in the preliminary stages in Aarhus, beat Russia, Poland and Serbia. In the main round, they beat Croatia and Belarus. They lost to Sweden in a meaningless encounter at the end because by then they were guaranteed top spot in the main round. And then in a big match, beat Spain 30-27 to book a final ticket. Their third final. They've won the previous 2 in 2006 and 2010. And the Danes will point out that they've only ever been in 2 finals as well, in 2008 and 2012, and they won those 2 as well. Neither team they're never beaten in a final, but one of them is going to have to relinquish today. Landin, the Danish captain, preparing to come in. Danes are going to come out first. Hold on to your hats. The cheering is deafening, and Landin leads the way. 25-year-old captain. Hero in Denmark, 38% save rate, arguably the best in the competition, although Dahl of Norway is ahead of him, but he only really played 1.5 matches. Mats Christiansen, right back. Klaus Thompson, what a moment for him, his first major competition with Denmark. Every player being cheered with the huge roar. Mats Mensa Larsen, the left back. And the second, a hugely popular left winger, was injured at the beginning, came back to form in the main round. 17 goals with an 89% success rate. Spellebert coming in. Knudsen, the next one out. most capped player, 231 internationals, a former captain of the team, then out for a long time through injury. Nudisbo, a local boy from Herning, 33-year-old who plays for Barcelona. Then Yannick Green, the other goalkeeper. Lasse Svan is next out, the right winger. And his counterpart on the right wing, Lindberg. Strong line player now, René Toft Hansen, who plays for Kiel, the German champions. Henrik Mulgaard, defense specialist.
Number 22,
Kasper Søndergaard, and we saw Mikkel Hansen, here he comes. Superstar of Danish handball, 30 goals in the competition. A massive roar. And Ulrik Wilbæk, this will be his last competition in charge of Denmark. He hands over the reins later this year to an Icelander, Gudmundur Gudmundsson. So France coming out, Dumoulin, his first major competition for France, newcomer, the goalkeeper, and the captain, Jérôme Fernandez, and the boos ring out from the partisan crowd. And each also playing in his first major competition. He isn't, though. Former World Player of the Year, 246 internationals, Daniel Narcisse, followed by Guillaume Joly, the right winger. Njokas, again his first major competition, followed by the left winger, Onrubia. Didier Dinard with the glasses there, the defence coach, sent him out. There's Nikola Karabatic. Well, what can you say about the man? A legend. 213 internationals, 882 goals. There is Thierry Omeyer, 37-year-old goalkeeper, 294 caps. 3 times world champion, twice Olympic and European champion. There was William Acamblay, who's come in just behind Debbie. They're going through very quickly now. That's Sorrento, the big line player, who plays for Barcelona, together with Karabatic. Tabalo just on the end of the line, about to be joined by Sorrento. So there is Gludonista, the coach since 2001. A tremendous success with the French team. So those are the teams. A few more minutes before we can get underway. The referees, hugely experienced, Oscar Ralui and Angel Sabroso from Spain. Interestingly, they refereed the last final between these two teams in 2011 in Sweden, when France beat Denmark after extra time in the final of that competition. 37-35 it was when they met in that last final. Karabatic and Hansen scoring 10 apiece. What are the chances then of the same referees being back for that?
Federation is represented by Mr. Arne Elofsson, EHF
A few formalities still to happen here.
Mr. Marek Scheiner, Poland, EHF
Table officials are being introduced.
From Austria,
And the Danes focus. Can they do it here? The whole nation willing them on.
Both the delegates will receive
Mikkel Hansen, who's been tremendous in the competition.
EHF Competition Commission Chairman. Big applause to the delegates, ladies and gentlemen. And now we are ready.
The crowd expectant. The tension is high. This is going to be a tremendous atmosphere, but we start with the anthems and Denmark first. spine-tingling anthem sung a cappella by the crowd and the players, looked upon by Queen Margaret II and Prince Jean, and now the anthem of France, if they can make themselves heard.
Ces féroces soldats qui viennent jusque dans nos bras, égorger nos fils et nos combats.
A very concentrated-looking French team, and applause from the crowd here sportingly. Noticeable that Fernandez, the French captain, turned to face the Danish flag for their anthem. And there is what's at stake here today, the European Championship plate. Will it be France or will the host Denmark take it? Here's the lineup then for Denmark. Goalkeeper Landin has made 72 saves so far in brilliant form. Left back Hansen's their top scorer with 30 goals and a phenomenal 37 assists. Much will depend on them, but wingers Eggert, Lindberg and Svan all on great form, while playmakers Toft and Knudsen have alternated really well for the team. There is the captain Landin. His 72 saves at a 38% rate with 8 penalties thrown in, I think make him better than Dahl, who's above him in the rankings, who's only played about a match and a half. Landin, who has been instrumental. For France, well, they've got an experienced backline with Karabatic as ever, standing tall with Fernandez and Narcisse, but Nieuwpoort Porte has been very impressive. And their wingers, Guigou, Onrubia, Nabalol, all dangerous. Sorrento has worked hard on the line, while goalkeeping legend Omeyer is back from injury. Should start ahead of Dumoulin, who has been impressive. So Valentin Porte, 22-year-old, 15 goals so far in the competition, 75% success rate. Only 11 caps for France, though, before this World Championship. So can Ulrich Wilbeck take yet another title with his team here in his last competition in charge? Or will Claude Nistar add to his impressive trophy cabinet? All to go. And the referees Ralouin Sabroso look on. A few seconds ticking away. The heartbeat in the arena. We're set for a thrilling occasion here. Crowd singing away. The party mood is on. Will it last into the evening? The French all wanting a touch of the ball before finally it's returned to Denmark. We are ready. And here we go, Denmark throw off the Euro 2014 final in the Jyske Bank Boxen in Herning. The host nation and defending champions in the white top and red shorts. France, the Olympic champions, all in blue today. When Denmark beat Spain in the main round, the team that thrashed them in last year's World Championship final in Barcelona, most Danes hoped that put to rest the ghost of Barcelona, but the question is, has it? Now they're in the final again. They need to make sure they get a good start, and they haven't. First shot straight into the keeper. Nicolas Karabatic responds at the other end within 30 seconds. Early days, Joe. In a superb championship here in Denmark for the last few weeks. They've been great hosts in a very well-organised tournament. Sorrento, Toft Hansen have gone down, and Sorrento gets a yellow card. First of the game. Rather clumsy effort by the Barcelona-based line player. Facing some of their club teammates, Karabatic and Sorrento. Nødesbo of Denmark plays with them. So in the centre of the French defence, Nikola Karabatic, of course, but to his right, new to the team, are only 4 internationals before this championship. His younger brother Luca into the wing, brilliantly paid, and Omeyer, another save. And Guigou scores. The crowd, collective sigh. Was it double dribble? It wasn't, say the Spanish referees. France 2-0 up. And Abalo for the moment stays with Hansen. Wilbeck still wondering about that one. Scratches his head. For Denmark then, Mats Mensah last in the centre. Mikael Hansen, of course, at left back. And Kasper Søndergaard. Plays for Skjern at the right back. Quick switch, Hansen into the middle, but Port pushes out the Metzelancer. Hard shot, straight down the middle. And a yellow card for Luka Karabatic as Mats Mensah goes down. Comes in to shoot. Well, he's trying to protect himself. I think that's harsh on the young Karabatic. Free throws given, confirmed. Karabatic, who ended up getting a red card in the semi-final for 3 2-minute suspensions. So Denmark will keep possession. But already early on here, Meyer credited with 2 saves from 2. When it's off Hansen's shirt already ripped, he's had to change it. 29-year-old who plays for the German champions Kiel.
Let's hear again, ladies and gentlemen, applause for the 2 teams.
A short break, we go again. Toft Hansen waits on the far side in front of Mikael Hansen. Eggert's trying to get in. He's put the screen on. Good play into the wing. Oh, he didn't release it. Søndergaard tried to go back to the middle. Gets held up, but he's got the free throw. Teams have met 10 times. If you count the bit of a push, and that's another yellow card for France. Guigou holding on to his shirt. 31-year-old who plays for Montpellier. But the last 2 matches between these teams have ended in wins for Denmark. One of them in Paris, in the friendly Golden League Cup that they play. 29-28 in Paris, 33-29 when they played in the earlier edition in Norway. So bragging rights for now with Denmark on the last 2 encounters. Did ask Wilbeck yesterday if that made Denmark favourites here today. He said absolutely not. We know a little bit more about France, but not much more. France, of course, beset with injuries here. Gilles Barachet and Soudry all injured and couldn't make it to the European Championship, while Fernandez and Omeyer injured and couldn't start the competition, had to come in while it was already underway. Abalo, Porte, brilliant! Long-range effort, he comes around, they're trying to close him down and isolate the wing as Toft Hansen pushes up. But Porte lets rip. The 22-year-old who plays for Toulouse alongside the French team captain. And 4 minutes in, France have taken a 3-0 lead. Just what Denmark didn't want. The crowd are on their feet trying to urge them on. Shades of Barcelona here making a poor start. They just need to get ripping again, and they've got it. Mikael Hansen opening goal and a huge cheer. Relief in the arena. Narcisse, Nikola Karabatic and Porte. Oh, and an unlucky bounce. I think it may have taken a deflection, Landin beaten. Daniel Narcisse. Quick response though by Mats Larsen. 22-year-old who plays for Aalborg. Danish champions makes it 4-2 and Denmark are up and running. Hugely popular player, 23 internationals for Denmark, 55 goals. Five minutes in, 4-2 to France. They're trying to split the play. Well, if the yellow cards that were given at the other end with shirts being pulled, Karabatic says to the referee, surely that's worse than what we did earlier. Pulls him to the floor. Nothing given though, just a free throw for France. Narcisse! And Landin could only deflect it into his own goal. Narcisse has had a mixed bag here at Euro 2014. 17 goals, but only a 44% success rate. Denmark tried to take a quick throw off, couldn't manage it. Karabatic brothers holding up the center of the defense with Porte to the right. He's a good defender, the new youngster in the French team. And Sorrento on the left side of the two brothers. Mensah, Larsen, Sonnegaard, save by Omeyer, third save of the game for the French veteran. Played at Kiel for many years, and a smile from him. 294 internationals. Second most experienced player after the captain, who has 346 internationals, Fernandez, and has scored nearly 1,400 goals in that time. So for the moment, all going well for France, but it's very early days. Narcisse, slow build-up as the wingers stay deep. Here comes Nicolas Karabatic. Porte tries to release the ball, he's held though on the way around. Good defending by Klaus Thomsen. New player in the Danish team from Team Twist Holstebro, defense specialist, who's settled in really well. Nicolas Karabatic, all the way through, free throw, and a 2-minute suspension. Toft Hansen, the crowd don't like it. Caught him early and got away with it. This time a push in the back as he tries to come across. And the line player from Kiel heads off for a 2-minute break and a power play for France. Creates a little bit more space. The wingers now even deeper. They are literally in the corner trying to stretch the defense. Karabatic, Porte. Penalty. He managed to break through. Sorrento put the block on for him. Mikkel Hansen's got a yellow card. The French fans are happy so far. Cuts through. Sorrento put the block on. And a little shove in the back by Mikkel Hansen as he was shooting. And a penalty's been given. Landin having a quick word with the referees, but Guigou will step up to take it. Scored 14 from 16 penalties taken in the competition so far. And he scores. Crowd chanting Landin. It doesn't help. Well, he lifted one leg, and as soon as he did, Guigou shot next to the standing leg. 6-2 to France. Yannick Green looks on, the other goalkeeper for the Danish team. And Landin hasn't managed to make a save from 6 shots so far. France on a 100% record. Couldn't have asked for a better start. Still on a power play for over 1 minute and 15 seconds. Mulgaard in the attack now, number 21. Here he comes. Plays for Skjern. Little handoff. Oh, ball stolen. Guigou's away. Oh, beautifully done. Dropped his wrist back and curled the ball over the keeper. And a disastrous start. Wilbeck looking on as Guigou runs past him. 5 goals down inside 8 minutes. And Landin hasn't managed to save yet. Well, the French players are saying, yes, if we can get a good start, we might just manage to make them feel a little nervous like they did last year. And remember the final in Barcelona, that Thomas Mogensen, who's just come on in the middle, scores despite being short-handed. No defenders went out, and Omeyer didn't see that come till the last second. First shot by Karabatic goes way over the top. Let the clock run down, seconds to go before they're back to full strength. Mulgaard comes off. That's his normal substitution, but Eggert can now go back on again in the attack. 9 minutes played, France leading 7-3. Oh yes, they are up and running, and Queen Margret's enjoying that. Mikkel Hansen. Applause from the Queen. Blocked by the defense, brilliantly played. Stolen again by France. Gets a chance to make amends and does, and Karabatic gets his first, and the crowd goes silent. 8-4 France. Denmark upping the tempo here, now they're back at full strength. Mulgaard, Mogensen, plays for Flensburg. There it was, the steal. Bit of bad luck for the Danes, losing possession after they'd won it very well indeed. 10 minutes played. 4-8 shot efficiency, 80% for France now, 50 only for the Danes. All the way through, looks for the line. It won't count, the whistle's already gone, and it's a free throw only. Lindberg looks to the referee. He didn't manage to turn and face goal, Porte did well. Team timeout, Ulrich Lilbeck. Unlucky for Lindberg. Shots like that, the goalkeeper has absolutely no bearings to go by. Lilbeck just needs to calm them down. Make sure that they stay settled and don't get carried away like they did a year ago in Barcelona. Denmark, the only team with a 100% record here in this competition. France just the one defeat, and that was in a match where they turned the bench heavily against Sweden when they had already guaranteed top spot in the group. Meyer, blistering form. 3 saves from 7, a 43% save rate at the other end. Landin, no saves yet from 8. France's only misses so far, not framed. So the crowd cheering on in the background. Play resumes then after the first team timeout of the final here in Herning. No change in the lineup for Denmark. Save by Meyer. After shot by Kasper Søndergaard. Plays for Skjern, currently second in the Danish league. Abalo. Karabatic. Too hard. Oh, it's in. It's given. Guigou jumps in and manages to flip the ball into the goal before landing. The captain Landin feels he was down. Let's have a look. There's the initial shot off the post. Well, they collided with each other, totally accidental. He jumps, he's outside, hits it, and then lands. It's good. Landin still getting treatment. He's trying to say, no, that's no goal, but the replay would suggest that Guigou was outside the area, and it was good. Good call by the Spanish referees. And France 9-4 up. 4 from 4 for Guigou. 31-year-old who plays for Montpellier. Actually a playmaker now at his club. They've switched him in that role, but continues on the left wing for France. Lindberg's coming around as a second line player. Mogensen tries to go in. Good defense again. Luka Karabatic getting in the way. No way through for Mogensen, who plays for Flensburg. Porte pushes up onto Mikkel Hansen. Again, he tries to go through the middle. It fails. Guigou's away. Abalo cuts back inside and rather unwisely tries to shoot and puts it over the top. He does have those rushes of blood every now and again, Abalo. Brilliant though he is, when you just think, why did you do that? Into the wing, stolen, and it's out. Karabatic looking for support. He rather wisely puts it back. Guigou tries to see if anything's up front. There is nothing. Unlike Abalo, he pulls it back, and on the bench, disappointment again for the Danish team. 12 minutes played. France are leading 9-4 here in the final. Looks like Mats Christiansen, 14 goals so far in the competition, is getting ready. He plays for Bjerringbro. Nicolas Karabatic. Through the legs of the keeper. Somewhat opportunist, but the crowd love it. Save by Meyer. Another one. Well, there was a worry in the Danish camp that Meyer, who's only just back from 6 weeks off with an elbow injury, came back in the main round and has shown ominous form straight away that he might just have one of those days. And so far he is 56% save rate. Landin hasn't touched one yet. 10-4. Tries to go through, free throw. Karabatic pushed off. 3 goals already for Nikola Karabatic. He scored 882 for his country in an illustrious career. Lindberg pushes up on him. Narcisse! Oh, Toft Hansen stood still suddenly, and Narcisse goes around. And it's a dreadful start by Denmark and a 2-minute suspension. Narcisse, pushed in the back, as you saw just there by Toft, has been sent off. A second one of the game. One more, and it's a red card for him. It's going from bad to worse. Yannick Lin now comes in place of Niklas Landin. 24-year-old who plays for Bjerringbro. 36% save rate. He's played a few blinders here. Could he just be the ingredient that turns it here? So Christiansen's come in at right back, number 3. Christiansen! Save by Meyer, not a great shot, trying to put it through the legs. Karabatic to Abalo. Porte. Narcisse. Narcisse, who's started slowly with a 44% success rate at the moment. It started down at about 30% and getting better, it seems, as the competition goes on, the number 8 for France. Porte into the wing. Guigou. Brilliant save by Green, and that's just what they needed. First save by the Danish keepers. Read it well, off with the inside post and then covered it. Played in the World Championships last year. That's got the crowd going again. 5 minutes though without scoring. During that time, France have scored 4 goals. It's going to be a free throw. Mikkel Hansen. Abalo tries to split the court. Stays with him now. Individually marking. Mogensen shifted to the left. Christiansen. Mogensen again. Blocked by the defense. Guigou breaks out. They love the fast breaks, France. Nikola Karabatic. To bring it back again. Abalo stays on the line for the moment, waiting for Sorrento to arrive. The wingers back in place again. Into the wing. Big space. Hangs in the air and Abalo scores. Yannick Green can't quite believe it. The 29-year-old who plays for Paris Saint-Germain. Teammates, of course, with Denmark's Mikkel Hansen. So is Narcisse, for that matter. Wilbeck then stares at a dreadful start. 12-4. It really is shades of Barcelona all over again. Blocked again by the defense. And the Karabatic connection in the center, working brilliantly. Omeyer, thumbs up to the defenders. They're back to full strength again, but Toft not going back on again. He's staring at red card if he gets another 2-minute suspension. Instead, Knudsen has come in. Most experienced player in the Danish team, 231 internationals, plays for Flensburg. Trying to go through, free throw for France. Valentin Porte, what a great find he is for the French, 22 years of age. Only 11 internationals to his name. Actually plays right wing for his club at Toulouse. But France use him as a right back, notably because they lost their first choice, Barachet, through injury. Narcisse Karabatic comes around as they try to push the defense through. Ah! Porte! His second. Onrubia on his feet. Dummy the pass to the line, and as the defenders moved across to him, Porte had space, and another team timeout by Denmark. 13-4. No goal for about 7 minutes now. France have hit them for a 6-0. Dream start for them, but just watch sometimes. They've got to keep the pressure on France if they want to win it, because if they ease up and think it's in the bag, there the French supporters in the background, dwarfed by the Danes here in the arena, but trying to make as much noise as they can. They're the happy ones right now. A 9-goal lead after 17 minutes. Incredible. Onesta, doucement, calm down. You're not there yet. Narcisse 3 from 3. Incredible. Adding to his impressive tally, 775 goals for France and 246 internationals. Not had a brilliant Euro, but here in the final, he's on fire. So, Denmark, they need something really special now. No change in the lineup. Toft Hansen back in the attack. Mikkel Hansen. Lindberg comes around, looks for the line. That's brilliant. Lovely switching combination. And they get going after 8 minutes. A 6-0 exchange finally brought to an end by Denmark. They've really got to hammer it on now. Wielbeck trying to urge his team on. They've organised such a brilliant Euro. They really don't want to spoil it now by not taking the medal that they so desperately want. Attacking foul against Karabatic. Good defence by Denmark. Christiansen and Lindberg closing the door quickly. Mulgaard! Yes! Have they got going again? Landin on his feet. The crowd singing away as Mulgaard usually used in defence. Shows his skill in the art of attack. Shot efficiency, 72% for France. Denmark only 38 and a yellow card. Mikkel Hansen. It must be Mulgaard, because I'm sure Hansen's got one already. It is Mulgaard. Karabatic. Narcisse, Karabatic. Oh, Porte did incredibly well. The ball was passed almost to his feet. Karabatic held up, delayed his decision. Guigou looks to the front. Abalou is free, but it was too risky to try and thread that pass through the sea of Danish defence. And Wielbeck screams on at his players. France score and steal the ball on the quick throw off. 4 turnovers already suffered by Denmark. Just stopped for a second, I think. Moisture on the ground. The Danes stunned at the moment. It's looking like a repeat of the World Championships last year when they made a dreadful start and never recovered. It ended up 35-19 to Spain in Barcelona last year. Biggest defeat in a World Championship. Are they staring at the biggest defeat now in a European Championship final? Problem in a way is you think 14,000 spectators, Denmark have the advantage, it lifts them. Oh, Karabatic hammers it in. 4th goal for the back player from Barcelona. Quick throw off again for Denmark into the wing. Eggert's got a big angle and he lobs and beats Omeyer. Lovely, rolled it off the fingertips. Broken wrist shot. So the home crowd advantage, but it can also be a blight in a way because it puts pressure on you. And at the moment the Danes are playing as if they're feeling the pressure of expectation. And as the Danes push up into what looks like a 4-0-2 defence, Onesta decides to call a team timeout, probably just to refocus them on what he expects now to be a very aggressive defence by the Danes, who have to throw caution to the wind to try and unsettle the French and disturb their rhythm. 20 minutes in, then 15-7 to France. Well, Denmark, who beat France twice in the last 2 months.
Tu pars à l'aile, tu te fais approcher, tu tombes.
Les gars, ça s'affolait par contre. Repli défensif tout de suite.
Saying, well, get back quickly because they are pushing the pace now. They've got to try and surprise us.
Les gars, leur deuxième niveau vient pour
I did
tirer.
ask Ulrich Wilbeck yesterday about this crowd issue and said is that it must be great support, but is it also pressure? And he felt, no, not anymore. It was at the beginning, but we've got used to it now and we love it. But it's just that France, who are technically absolutely superb and are getting the rhythm going here, have just got a hold of this match by the scruff of the neck with a 3-0 exchange from the outset, and then hit them with a 6-0 exchange in 8 minutes. Mikkel Hansen standing out for the moment for Denmark with 2 from 2. The 26-year-old who ironically plays his club handball for Paris Saint-Germain in France. Teammates there with Narcisse, Abalo and Onrubia. So play resumes. They're individually marking Karabatic, but all it's doing is giving room to the other veterans. Narcisse gets his fourth. Quick throw up again, Eggert. And Omeyer got it this time, he went for the lob. Runs it off his fingertips. And Omeyer, 37 years of age, who said, you're going to have to break both my legs if you want to stop me playing for France. I'm so determined to carry on. Makes a fine save. 7 saves so far from 14. On the Danish side, 1 save from 17. Bort. Abalo being individually marked as well as Karabatic. Oh, what a shot! Bort with his 4th. He's only 22. What a career he's got ahead of him. Narcisse goes in, flattens the defense, and Bort launches a 105-kilometre-an-hour effort. So the local boy Nudisbo is thrown into the attack. Number 15 has gone in place of Toft, and a handshake from him from his club teammate at Barcelona, Nicolas Karabatic, as he arrives. Mikkel Hansen into the feet, kept off his feet though by Mogensen. Christiansen. Is it time though to bring on Bo Spelleberg? Mogensen. Mogensen again, all the way through, blocked by Sorrento. Good defending, free throw. Mogensen, who plays for Flensburg in the German Bundesliga. But they've got one back. Mikkel Hansen, number 3. (8:17) still though, big deficit. A 10-goal lead inside 21 minutes for France. They pegged one back, but couldn't be worse if they tried. Nicolas Karabatic caught around the neck. Looks for the line. It's in. Bundled in rather than shot. Abalo could barely get a hand on it. Somehow pushed it past the keeper, and the 8-goal lead's back. Christiansen. Mulgaard staying in. And each is in there in defence for France. Oh, the 2 minutes. Igor Anic. He's just come on. He's straight back off. First major competition for him. 26-year-old who plays for Rennes, and well, you look at that, and is it really a 2-minute suspension? Free throw, definitely. 7 minutes remaining. Into the wing, Lindberg, yes! Huge cheer from the arena. 32-year-old who plays for Hamburg, winners of the Champions League in the summer. 9:18. Guigou thought he was being called off. He's sent back again. He's playing in the middle. Nicolas Karabatic takes his marker away, then comes back again. Interesting, they're wanting Hansen to mark him because Karabatic may just try and run him down. Bit of pushing. Guigou gets a free throw. Runs the clock down on the suspension. The French team, of course, short-handed, and Bort again! What a game! Green looks on. What do we have to do to stop him? 5 from 5 for the 22-year-old. 6 minutes remaining. No way through. And they have put on Bo Spellebaert as Landin goes back in goal. Spellebaert, top scorer in the Danish league. But it's Lindberg with his second. Who beats Sommeyer. Quick pass into him. Just gave him enough time. 15 goals so far in the competition for Lindberg. France still short-handed for another 20 seconds. Narcisse, oh yes! Oh, saved by Landin. Well, that will boost his confidence. His first save of the game after coming back on again. Into the wing again, Lindberg. Denmark are up and running. 3 goals. 3-1 exchange. So the 10-goal lead reduced to 8 is still a mountain to climb with 5 minutes or less now remaining in the first half. It's the last meeting between these two teams in a major competition was the World Championships in 2011. And Guigou scores again. Quick throw off is taken. Mulgaard, a bit of space and again well blocked. It's a throw-in though for Denmark. He'll go off now. Box in the way, having a blinding game. As back comes number 13, Bo Spellebaert, the 34-year-old who plays for Kolding Copenhagen, currently top of the Danish league. He's the top scorer in the league with 127 goals. They're going to need that today. Christiansen tries to shoot. Oh, caught Meyer by surprise. First goal. They are cheering every goal as if it's bringing them level again, but they need that, the Danes. They need the support of the crowd. So France at full strength again, and Igor Anic has gone back in. Stolen by Lindberg, casual, too casual by Narcisse. Lindberg's free. Took too long deciding Nudisbo. Mikkel Hansen's got space and scores! And it's a different Denmark we're seeing now. Crowd are on their feet. Nudisbo held back 2 defenders for that. Look at the power he put into it. And Bort has got a 2-minute suspension. So once more, Mikkel Hansen marked by Karabatic. Guigou came up to put a block on and Hansen just pushed him away. 3 minutes to go to the half-time break. Abalo, oh, scores. Well, it's one of those shots where if you hadn't scored, you'd have said how reckless, and somehow Landin could only deflect it again. Hansen, no defence there, but a French player's down. Let's have a look and see, there's Abalo's goal. And there's the, oh, Nudisbo. And he's decked. Karabatic, ironically, his club teammate at Barcelona. Hansen 5 from 5. Standout player for them, and that's not looking too good. Nicolas Karabatic gets up, he looks absolutely dazed. Is he going to come off? He's still wiping himself down on his tail, looks completely unconcerned. Karabatic, former World Player of the Year, twice World, Olympic and European champion. He's staying on. Mikkel Hansen looks at him rather concerned, actually. It's quite nice. Seems to be saying, are you sure you're right? And again, he pushes Guigou away. Guigou looks unconcerned. Still over a minute before France are back to full strength. And again, Abalo with one of those surprise efforts. 4 goals for him, and Landin picks it out of the net. Straight over the head. Eight-goal lead still for France. Denmark, though, on a power play. Christiansen. Oh, brilliant play. Bo Spellever, his first of the game. Veteran of 215 internationals. Lovely shimmy and Anic. Completely beaten. Good spell now by Denmark. 10-goal gap, pegged back to 7. 1.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Looking for the line, given away, but it came off a foot. And Nudisbo sportingly puts his hand up and says, it's me. Calms the crowd. Karabatic been given a bit more room now. France back at full strength. Valentin Porte returns. Guigou. Karabatic. Porte is through. Nothing given. Great save by Landin. Eggert. Oh, and another save by Omeyer. Inside the last minute. Omeyer, and make that 8 saves. 40 seconds, they'll take their time as Spellever ambles back on again. Svan Hansen cleaning the ball to send it back on again. Clock has been stopped. 36 seconds for Denmark to try and pull another one back here. Crowd are on their feet for these last few seconds. Just one more. Mikkel Hansen, he's done it. Brilliant goal. 6. Bit of time maybe for France. Mustn't be reckless though. Move the ball around well. 6 goals now, the deficit. They're closing it bit by bit. Into the wing, no space for Guigou. Oh, brilliant class act. Porte with a Kempe, the ball put in the air for him, and he scores. France have the last word. Here it is again, look at that, lobs in the air, catches and shoots before he lands. Brilliant goal to finish the first half on, especially if you're a French supporter. The bench are on their feet. So in the final of the 2014 European Handball Championships in Herning, France lead Denmark 23-16 at the break. Well, a dreadful start by Denmark, 3-0 down straight away, and then they got hit by a 6-0 exchange. France, 74% of their attacks succeeding, Denmark only half of theirs. 76% success rate on their field throws. And although they've stopped the turnovers, Denmark, they are still struggling. 2 fast breaks apiece and 2 2-minute suspensions apiece. Mikkel Hansen for Denmark and Valentin Porte for France, top scoring for their teams with 6 goals apiece. Guigou, 5 as well for the French. What an incredible first half. And you can see at the top those long gaps when Denmark just couldn't score, and then that 8-minute 6-0 spell by France, which has really turned this game on its head. Denmark scoring well on the wings and down the middle. 2 fast breaks. But the left and right back at the moment, missing 3 of the shots each when they're coming in from that side, but down the middle it's okay at the moment. See the same chart now for France. And the wings doing very well. In fact, every position is doing well. They're in the high 70s on their success rate. 2 fast breaks and a penalty to add as well. Let's look then at the ratios on the match so far in the first half. First Denmark, and dreadful in the middle, fell off a cliff, and then France very nice all the way through. So at half-time here, surprisingly, the French 23-16 up against Denmark in Euro 2014 final. We'll take a short break. Join us again for the second half. We'll see you in just a few moments.
Well, let's meet the starting lineups of the teams. The team with the boys in... Goal by number 28. Goal by Denmark's number 19. During the break, we have the pleasure to pronounce for den officielle EHF medaljeoverrække. applause, ladies and gentlemen. Good rope skipping team. Yes, come on, everybody.
So welcome back to the Jyske Bank Boxen in Herning. Half-time then in the Euro 2014 final. And Denmark, the host nation and defending champion, shell-shocked after the first half, going 10 goals down after 21 minutes. They've recovered the situation, but at half-time it's 23-16 to France. Worth noting, though, that Denmark have outscored France 9-6 in the last 9 minutes. 7 goals is recoverable. The main thing for Denmark is to keep steady, not try and do it all at the beginning of the second half. but they have a number of problems. One is that Top Hansen, one of their best defenders, is already on 2 2-minute suspensions. Goalkeepers are struggling today. The French shooting has been on fire. Just 3 saves between Landin there and Green, while the French are scoring with 77% of their shots. A phenomenal record for them, defending superbly as well. You can barely hear it for the noise in the arena, but the second half gets underway then. France leading 23-16. So first free throw. "30 seconds in. Narcisse! Oh, he's doing it again. Picking up where he left off. 5 goals for him. And again in the first half, so many of the players on over 80% success rate with their shooting. Narcisse, Abalo, Guigou and Porte. While the Danes, I'm afraid, Søndergaard none from 3. Mulgaard, Christiansen, Mogensen and Eggert all on 1 goal from 3 attempts. That's got to pick up as well if you want to come back in the second half. Spelebert, no options through, deep defence. Luka Karabatic, and a comfortable save for Meyer. 9th of the game for him. Abalo, oh, behind his back. Class goal. He is the specialist, though, of the unexpected. Hansen through the legs. Hit straight back. There's the goal by Abalo. That was incredible. A more direct route for Hansen. He at least stands out. 7 from 7 for the Danish back player. France reverting to the starting lineup. The only change effectively is that Anic has gone off and Sorrento is back on the line again. Valentin Porte, who's benefiting from the space given to him as the defence focuses on Karabatic and Narcisse. Just 22 years of age, playing with huge maturity. Sorrento, penalty! Mulgaard almost kicking Sorrento in frustration. Sure he wouldn't have done, but it looked like it's what he wanted to do. Tried to tap the ball out of his hand, but he already had both hands on it before they grabbed him. Guigou. Can Landin stop him this time? Oh, brilliant. Drops his wrist back, topples it over. So Denmark just have to keep it steady here. Try and get back into it slowly, but unfortunately for them, simply too many mistakes in the first half. Good defense by Abalo, who's completely moved across to cover him. Christiansen heads back, the 27-year-old from Bjerringbro. Spelebert cuts back in, a bit of space. Into the wing now, big angle for Lindberg, scores. 4 for him. 4 from 5. He together with Hansen, holding things up with good shooting averages for the Danes. So 11 meetings between these two teams in official competition. France just 1 up, 6-5. Although the last 2 meetings, they're not in that statistic because they were friendlies in the Golden League tournaments that these teams play. Denmark have won both times. France, of course, beset with injuries without their first choice right back, Xavier Barachet. Bertrand Gilles brought into the squad, then injured, went out. Soudry. Karabatic! 5 goals. Landin looks disconsolate. Mulgaard will take that back. Brilliant shot. 2 for him. France on a 79% success rate with their shooting. It's coming up for Denmark, 58%. Narcisse. All three of the French players didn't start the competition because they were injured. Saved by Landin. Valentin Porte was injured, Fernandez, and so was Omeyer. Brought them back in. Later on, oh, saved, Omeyer! Sends it flying into the stands, but Abalo's taken a blow in the face in the process. Here it is. Oh, elbow in the face. As Omeyer saves. Well, Omeyer, what a legend he is. 10 saves from 29 shots. Coming in without any match practice. But I can tell you he's an absolutely delightful character when you talk to him. He's got time for everyone. Stops to talk to the fans, and when you chat with him, he's very open. Talks about how well the other goalkeepers have done, especially Dumoulin. Oh, Hansen! Whistle's already gone, it will be a free throw. Too many steps, say the referees anyway. But he was fouled on the way through, and Luka Karabatic, in his first major competition alongside his older brother, manages to hold him up. Eggert goes in on the line. Abalo. Free throw as he pushes Mikkel Hansen wide. Spellebert looking for the wing. Mikkel Hansen still got it. Oh, inside post. Well, it wasn't a big angle. In fact, he got pushed back in again. Maybe it helped him to find the inside post. 8 from 9 for Mikkel Hansen. 26-year-old who plays in Paris, for Paris Saint-Germain. 77% efficiency. The Danes still on 57, hovering away. So Narcisse in the left-back position. Lindberg covers him. Good defense by Denmark. France is struggling to find options, and Porte straight through the legs of the keeper. 7 goals for the youngster. And the gap stays at 8 goals. Gap just opened up. And Landin, he's going to be subbed again, but they've got one back. Matt Christiansen, second of the game. Landin, second time he comes off. Yannick Green goes on as we see the goal again. So Green, who made 1 save from 10. Slow build-up by France. And the instructions, I'm sure, at half-time are not to rush things. We may have a big lead, but it's recoverable if you try and push too hard. Sorrento gets it at the second attempt. He's being held by Toft Hansen, his opposite number, and a free throw is given. Passive play. Good save by Green. Oh, and the ball's fumbled. Picked up again, though. Well recovered by the defense specialist, Klaus Thompson. Threw himself to recover it. He's going the wrong way, but just managed to catch it with his hand. Mikkel Hansen switches it back again. Christiansen. Spellebert cuts back towards the middle. Hansen to the wing. No space for Lindberg. Tries it now. Comes off the shoulder of Omeyer. Another save. 11th save of the game for the French keeper. Former World Player of the Year. Played nearly 300 times for France. Well, neither team has ever lost a European Championship final. They've both been in 2 finals and won them. Since 2006, it's only been these 2 teams' names on the trophy, alternating. Looks like it could happen again unless Denmark can find an extra gear. Don't discount it. France should know only too well their women's team was 7 goals down with 7 minutes to go in the 2005 World Championship final and scored a 7-0 in 7 minutes to tie the game and win in extra time. That was against Hungary. Miracles can happen. Narcisse. Guigou, inside post. Another one of the veterans finds a way through Yannick Green. Mikkel Hansen. Oh, torpedo. 9 goals. He's trying to single-handedly drag the team back into the game. And for that little push you see in the background, we have a 2-minute suspension as well for Abalo. 7 goals in it. And a power play situation for Denmark as we approach the 10th minute. Wrapping his arms around. That was a little bit reckless, another rush of blood. So France short-handed. Sorrento starts on the right wing. He'll go through, Porte can cover both. He's a right winger for his club, Toulouse. Guigou, Karabatic. Valentin Porte, the crowd want passive play to be worn. Oh, fantastic play, what a goal! 2 passes round the back. And Guigou's opened up, and even short-handed France are finding ways around. Past the 10-minute mark. Lindberg, big angle, and he scores. 5th goal, Wilbeck still scratching his head for solutions. So they're individually pushing up now on the far side. Lindberg trying to decide who's marking. It's Karabatic, but because he's gone in the wing, he's just trying to stop him from coming around the middle. Narcisse, the wingers are coming into play now. Porte, who's got a hard shot. Good save. Green, top right-hand corner. Still 30 seconds on the power play for Denmark. Saved, Omeyer almost sits on the ball. Christiansen curses as he rolls away. Punch to the air for Omeyer as he looks back to the fans who are standing over his left shoulder. And France have run the clock down. They're back to full strength again. Abalo checks with the table. You're good. And so even while short-handed, it was 1-1. Oh, hand to hand to hand. Saved by Green off Abalo. It was a class move to open up the wing, but a brilliant save. Green's 4th save. So a change for Denmark. Christiansen is off. So they now have Kasper Søndergaard working alongside Spelleberg with Mikkel Hansen. Well, you wouldn't take him off, would you? Not with 9 goals so far in his track record. Søndergaard plays for Skjern, currently 2nd in the Danish league, number 22. Vika Karabatic pushes out to put a bit of pressure on Hansen. Mulgaard, bottom corner. That's another one. And Abalo just didn't stick closely enough to him. Well, the spectators doing their best to try and lift the Danish team, but Sorrento smuggles another ball past Yannick Green. Quick throw off though. Ball's loose, picked up by Valentin Porte. And Joly's come on. No luck for Mikkel Hansen. So that was Sorrento's first goal. may not have scored, but he's making a lot of space, and Wielbeck still trying to find them. 5 turnovers, Denmark, only 2 for France. So Joly has come on for Abalo on the right wing, and that may not be a bad idea at this stage. Karabatic. Tries to go through, held up by Thompson. It's a free throw for France. Good defense by the 27-year-old, playing his first major competition. In fact, Thompson only has 4 internationals to his name before the European Championship started. Just look at the physical exertion these players are putting into every attack. The pounding their body takes. And this, of course, their 8th match in 2 weeks. Has the weight of expectation been too much for Denmark in the end? Or can they mount a spectacular recovery? Guigou hits another one. 9 for the French winger. Quick throw off again. Mulgaard switches around. Lindberg has to come out there. He's cut off. Change will happen now. Christiansen used in defense. Team timeout for Denmark, and they've used all of their team timeouts before the midway point in the second half. As Guigou, we see his one again. 9 from 10. It's going to need something really special now.
Du dækker skævt 5-1 over i den side. Så lukker vi sammen her. Du prøver at få lukket dem inde, sådan, så de ikke kan spille ud af herovre. Du kan sige, du må godt, når bolden går over, må du godt gå over på centeren en gang imellem og klappe til ham og lukke ham inde. Men sørg for, at spillet foregår herovre. Hvis så spilleren kommer med rundt,
trying to focus them on practical issues. There's no point being emotional at a stage like this when you're struggling. You've got to give them practical instruction. That's what the players need. They're getting all the emotion from the crowd and having to cope with that and focus their minds on the game somehow and try and shut them out, but it's hard. So France at the moment still ticking over. They're matching each other now. It's just the problem is all the damage was done in the first half when Denmark made simply too many mistakes. Hansen single-handedly with 9 goals, trying to drag them back in, but they're still fighting the Danes for it. There's no doubt about that. It's just that it won't quite go their way. 5 turnovers so far in the game. So Spelleberg in the centre, the top scorer from Danish League, with a phenomenal 127 goals for Kolding, Copenhagen, the leaders. Hansen. Hansen again switches this time. Søndergaard. Spelleberg. Off the post, he gets a rebound. Nothing given by the referees. The crowd thought his arm was taken, but he's not claiming anything. Suggests they got it right. So back they come, France. Midway through the second half, still leading. Pressure mounting on the Danes, 8 goals behind. Karabatic stays well wide as the defense pushes up. Narcisse. Porte. Well, he was about to give the penalty. The referee seemed to be pointing to the 7-meter line, but he didn't blow the whistle. Porte manages to score. Mulgaard, attacking foul. And we've got an injury. Oh, and that's not looking good. Porte has gone down heavily. And he's looking in some trouble. See it again, Mulgaard jumps. Shoulder barges him on the left cheek. Not exactly the kind of weight you want crashing back down on you either, and landed on his leg, but and I think that's where the harm was done. Ice pack being switched between the right hip and the head. The French fans then, so far so good. Are they heading for their 3rd European title? To add to 4 World Championship titles for France. And 2 Olympic golds as well. And he resumes Porte, he's going to carry on. Karabatic moving to the centre now, and he's pushing Porte over, he's saying, go wider, go wider. Danish defence is pushing right up. France for the moment doing well because they're not trying to rush the play. Mistake, but the ball's picked up. Joly has it. Sorrento, who's got a free throw. Mulgore defends as if his life depends on it and brings down Sorrento. No easy task, he's 100 kilos, the Barcelona line player. Took two of them to do it, Toft and Mulgore. $14,000 spectators still trying to lift each other in the hall here as we see those scenes again. Sorrento, who scored 21 goals in the competition so far, 72% success rate. Only one here today. Attacking foul, though. Joly runs into Lindberg. Denmark come back. Mulgore got a bit of pace. Taken by the French. Brilliant pass by Guigou. Straight into Karabatic. Saved by Green. Keeps the hopes alive. Fifth save by him. Mulgore, 13 minutes remaining. Spellebert, Mulgore. Ah, brilliant. Dummied the shot, then leant right over. First goal of the game for Kasper Søndergaard. 21 so far in the competition. 32-year-old from Skjern. And so Joly comes off and Abalo is back on again. Mogensen warming up meanwhile at the back of the Danish bench. Narcisse and the French are making these very long attacks, almost as long as the referee's willing to give them. Abalo's got free. Porte. Karabatic stolen beautifully by Lindberg. Dived across, play on, say the referees. Oh, that's good play, they've stolen one back. Lindberg snatching the ball from under the nose of Karabatic. Mulgore in the center. Is he about to be substituted? Big shot on him. Mogensen more of a runner, looking for gaps in the middle. Goes straight through. Missed the connection, and France have the ball back, and they will again make this a very long attack. Not only to run the clock down, but as much as anything else to heighten the tension amongst the Danes. And Toft, whether he misread or couldn't quite get across, but he was fairly blocked. Shot efficiency unchanged. Narcisse all the way through. Penalty and a 2-minute suspension for Mulgore. 29-year-old from Skjern. Can't believe it. Frustration for the Danes. Nothing is going right. There's the push in the back of Narcisse just as he launched the shot. Narcisse, one of the older generation of players. They got some brilliant new players. We may see them later on if the league stays like this. Nyokas, wonderful right back. Greville, 22-year-old. Neither one of them has played in a major competition yet. They've been used sparingly. So Guigou again. Scored 2 from 2. Make that 3 from 3. 10 goals for the French left winger who plays for Montpellier, the former powerhouse of French handball, who were dethroned last year by Paris Saint-Germain. 9-goal lead for France, and you just can't see Denmark coming back from this. Nudesbo goes in on the line now. Oh, they found something on the ground that needs a little bit of mopping. And Onesta, calm as a cucumber for the moment. And I can tell you that Fernandez, the French captain, is warming up. And Landin looks on, shell-shocked. This is just like Barcelona last year. Too many mistakes in the first half and never recovered. Here at least they've managed to stem the tide in the second half, but the damage was already done in the first. And it looks like Denmark, for all the passion, for all the wonderful organisation they put into the event, may be deprived of the ultimate that they wanted here, the gold medal at their home championship. Mogensen in the centre. Trying to help clear Mikael Hansen, who's marked by Abalo. Abalo tries to stay with Hansen. Spelleberg's got a bit of space, tries to run around, runs into Karabatic, free throw. So Nudisbo, player who comes from Henning, plays at Barcelona alongside Karabatic and Sorrento waiting to take the throw. 153 internationals, he's got 328 goals for Denmark. 61 this season in the Spanish Liga Tobal. He's only 3 behind Karabatic. Well, Wilbeck, what more can he do? Mogensen in the center, bit of space, Hansen blocked again. Brilliant French defense, Narcisse to Guigou, back to Narcisse. And it's just such wonderful play by France. You have to admire it. The movement of the ball where they drive in and pass it on is completely selfless, entirely team-orientated. And the 10-goal lead that haunted Denmark in the first half has come back again. 10 minutes to go. Lindberg looking for the line, nearly intercepted. He's got it back again. He's working like a Trojan, not getting much return at the moment. That goes in though. For Spelleberg, his second of the game. Just smuggled in. Well, he's thrown everything at this, a 34-year-old from Colin Copenhagen. 9.5 minutes, Sorrento. Lovely feed into the line. Fair to say that Narcisse has saved the best till last. And Sorrento acknowledges the pass to him. The 10-goal lead, it just won't go away now for Denmark as Nudisbo waits to take the throw. Bit of a discussion going on the bench. And the Danish fans still trying to cheer the team on. The spirit is good, but on court the flesh is not willing for the Danes. The French are defending superbly. Omeyer, 32% save rate. It's been phenomenal. Has to be the best defense of the competition, France, on this form. Again, they force the ball wide and the clock runs down relentlessly. Mogensen's got away. Thought he had it covered and Queen Margrethe applauds. Prince Jean, who's French, sitting next to her, stays with his hands on his lap. So Valentin Porte. Fernandez, who was warming up for France, the French captain, may be coming on to give him the opportunity to be there at the end. Oh, Anic, brilliant save. Stormed out. Saves from Anic, who's just come back on again. Only had 9 minutes of play, mostly in the first half. 8 minutes remaining. France holding a big lead here, and surely they have 1 foot on the podium already. Narcisse, Abalo. Oh. Let's rip. He's got such a huge jump, and the Danish fans, well, they know it's well and truly escaped them here today. And if you thought that lightning wouldn't strike in the same place twice, the Danes have found out it does. Mulgaard pulls another one back, his fourth. But still, the gap is enormous. Mulgaard plays for Skjern. He was with their World Championship team last year. And France had changed keeper. Cyril Dumoulin playing in his first major competition for France. He's got a 34% save rate, has gone in for Meyer. But meanwhile, in the attack, it's all as it was. Valentin Porte, Karabatic goes to shoot. Nudisbo, his club teammate, knocks him over. It's a free throw, and that's fine. More the clock goes down. Less than 7 minutes remaining. Well, the last 2 wins between these two teams going to Denmark in friendly tournaments, but when it counted, the French have come good, just as they did when they last met in proper competition at the 2011 World Championships. Fernandez, the captain there, smiling, and a nod to his right as Didier Dinard, the defence coach. What a job he's done with the team. Spectacular. And Abalo scores again. 10-goal lead. Didier Dinard, is he being groomed for the future? I wonder, to take on the main role. Lindberg underneath Dumoulin. 6 for the right winger who plays for Hamburg in Germany. 32-year-old who scored over 500 goals for his country. But I'm afraid it won't be enough here today. Well, some time back, you looked at the French team and said, well, they all play in Germany or Spain. These days, only 2 play abroad. And that's, of course, Karabatic and Sorrento, who are in Spain. Valentin Porte into the line. Suck the defence in. Porte! Straight through. 6 minutes remaining. Porte gets his 9th goal. Back on comes Luka Karabatic as ever in defence. He's been so good in this first major competition. Only played 4 times for France before Euro 2014. It's a testament to Didier Dinard and his defence coaching. And Green is off again, and Landin will come and try his luck. 3 saves only for the Danish captain from 23 shots. Incredible that there have been 89 shots taken at goal by both teams in this game, as Mogensen brings the first save out of Dumoulin, goalkeeper from Chambéry. 35% save rate for the keeper so far. Last 5 minutes then. And it's almost going through the motions now. And for France, number 10's come on. We'll watch him because he's a real athlete. Nyokas into the line. Put it wide, Sorrento. Nyokas charges off, and Valentin Porte and Karabatic hug on the bench. France getting ready to turn the bench as Nodesbo scores. Gets on the scorecard at least for the final. 33-year-old from Barcelona. So a complete change for France then. Fernandez, the captain, has come into the centre. Joly is back on the right wing. Onrubia has gone in the left wing. And Nyokas, number 10, played only 14 times for France. Fumble by Onrubia for his first touch of the ball. Nodesbo. 2 quick goals by him. 3 minutes and 45 seconds remaining. Nicely taken. So wholesale changes as France are winding down for the end of the game. They've done all the damage in the first half when they already opened up a 10-goal lead. From then, they've just managed the rest of the game. 3 fast breaks apiece. If anything, the French are not pushing fast breaks anymore. They don't need to. They've been trying to run the clock down now for the last 20 minutes and just play it nice and steady. Fernandez, number 2 for France. He scored 1,357 goals for France in 346 appearances. Won't count Nyokas' first goal, too many steps, and Omeyer and Abalo exchange pleasantries on the bench. Passive play being warned against France. Narcisse tries to go through, takes a shot but gets a free throw. They've got to come up with something soon or they'll lose possession. Here he comes. They'll try Nyokas, tries to cut inside, play on, say the referees. Inside the area by Lindberg as they fumble it here. Narcisse looks up, Joly. There's no need to rush it, and France quite rightly moved the ball back. The temptation to be a bit too flash goes. And the hugs are starting on the French bench, and the smiles They've done it, third European title. It's alternated year after year between Denmark and France. William Acambray has now gone on. They're trying to get everyone on to taste victory from the pitch inside the last 2 minutes. Acambray, but it's come back out for France. Acambray, who plays for Montpellier as well. Nyocas cuts towards the middle. Won't count. The whistle's gone already. Free throw. He comes back again. Nyocas who plays for Chambéry. 1.5 minutes remaining. And he gets on the score sheet. 27-year-old. He scored 11 so far in the European Championships, and France waiting to celebrate, but Denmark are on their feet applauding their team. Let's not forget that the silver medal is a huge achievement in what has been a high-level competition. Nudesbo, third goal for him. When you think of the opposition they've faced here with the Croatia, with Spain, with Sweden, unbeaten right the way through to the final, but in the end they were always worried about the bad game they always have in a competition, and sadly for them it's happened in the last match. Dinar is celebrating as Luka Karabatic goes on for a bit of attack play. First time he's been used in attack. Nyocas again, his second. 20 seconds remaining in the final. France 41, Denmark 32. A lot of turnovers, too many mistakes though by Denmark in the end. And the match they dreaded has happened. The French tricolor being paraded around. And there we go! The celebrations can start. France are the new European champions for the third time in their history. A superb defensive performance in the first half. Denmark kept on hitting a brick wall, made too many mistakes, and went 10 goals down. And from then on, France never looked back. Denmark got it back to within 6, but it was never enough for a French team who controlled the game thereafter. Nicolas Karabatic, imperial, 5 goals for him. 10 assists. Let's not forget as well, 12 saves by Omeyer. 10 goals for Guigou. 9 for Porte. Just 22 years of age. So disappointment for Denmark. On their home ground, they've been robbed of the opportunity to have the perfect European Championship by a hugely deserving French team. Despite missing key players here at the European Championships. Denmark, well, they came without Nikolaj Markussen. Rasmus Lauge never got fit either. An incredible final. Really not what we expected at all. We hoped for something really close. Last second goal, but instead, France started with 3-0. And Sorrento, cheerleader principal in the middle. So they turned to applaud the crowd and the Danish team. Green, he did what he could. 6 saves, but Onesta and his assistants Sylvain Nouet and Didier Dinard, the smiles. The Danish fans applauding their gladiators. Luka Karabatic, new to the team in his first major competition alongside his big brother. And he gets a gold medal at Euro 2014. But you have to admire the French defence, and in attack, how they moved the ball, sucked the defenders in and moved it. Lindberg tried everything, 6 goals, it didn't work. Hansen 9, and that wouldn't go either. Disconsolate. Oh, what on earth happened out there, he's probably thinking. Just like Barcelona last year, we completely passed next to this match. We're waiting now for the man of the match awards for the two teams.
Please. The best player awards will be handed over by
Well, it's an incredible performance. It's superlatives escape you, and the Danes are still stunned. A few tears in the crowd.
Number 8, Daniel Narcisse.
Daniel Narcisse, who came good when it really counted. The 34-year-old from Paris Saint-Germain. He wins here his 3rd European Championship to add to 3 World Championship gold medals and 2 Olympic titles. One of the great generation. Applause all round. The French tricolour being waved in the crowd. Mikkel Hansen, who else, with 9 goals. A tremendous performance, 82% success rate. But I'm afraid even he couldn't lift his team. Too many mistakes, and a French team who just wouldn't let anything through in defence. The Karabatic brothers in the middle, and I'm afraid you can barely muster a smile on that one. Blocked as well with Sorrento defended beautifully. And they're going to thank their supporters. Well, they've been able to cheer and run to the 4 corners to thank them in every match so far. Unbeaten right through to the final, but when it counted, France raised the stakes, and even with their young players, with Porte, with Anix, with Dumoulin, they managed to keep the momentum going and defended brilliantly. 69% of France's attacks succeeded, 72% of their throws, while for Denmark only 55% of their attacks. But as much as anything else, they would deprive the chances to score by great defending. Guigou with 10, the top scorer in the game, while Hansen responded for Denmark with 9. Valentin Porte getting the same for France. And in the second half, a little bit of a spell with no goals again for Denmark, but otherwise it was there or thereabouts. But as I said earlier, the damage already done in the first half by France. As to where the goals came for Denmark, a reasonable spread except at the right-back position, 1 from 8 only. 3 fast breaks, no penalties as France defended solidly and kept them away from there. 1 straight from the throw-off. France down the middle, left-hand side worked well, and the right-back, look at that, 9 from 10. Valentin Porte in blistering form with 3 fast breaks and 3 penalties for Guigou. And so it leaves the ratios looking like this for Denmark. Bad in the middle, but otherwise not bad at all. For France, though, tremendous all the way through. So France are the new European champions. They take gold here in Denmark. The Danes have to settle for the silver with Spain.
And France also line up, please.
What a tremendous match it has been here. Spain, the bronze medalists, but France have taken the big slice of the cake here, and they are European champions.
All-star team players of teams Denmark and France. Ladies and gentlemen, after the awarding of the best players, we will again continue with the awarding of the all-stars out of delegations playing the gold medal match, which are the best goalkeeper, player number 1 of Denmark, Niklas Landin.
Meanwhile, back here, Niklas Landin has to come back into the arena. We're now doing the presentation of the all-star team. Niklas Landin named best goalkeeper today, just wasn't to be, unfortunately. But in the competition as a whole up until today, he was on a 38% save rate. In fact, arguably the best of the keepers. Today, though, he managed just 4 saves and couldn't lead his team back. And disconsolate, he went off for a bit of quiet in the changing room. Already awards made to Dunjak, Croatian playmaker, and Aguinalde, the Spanish line player in the all-star team. They were awarded earlier at the conclusion of the bronze medal match, which, of course, Spain won 29-28 against Croatia. for tonight, while the Danish fans go and drown their sorrows, it's going to be party time for France. It didn't matter what Denmark tried. The French had all the answers.
The best goalkeeper, ladies and gentlemen, player number 1 of Denmark, Niklas Landin.
41-32 in the final. Landin now back, goes up to collect his All-Star award. Words of commiseration with him, but nevertheless a fantastic achievement for the Danish captain, who does take silver. Tell you that Krzysztof Liewski of Poland was the best right back. Gudjon Valor Sigurdsson,
left back player number 24.
best left winger, they won't be here to collect. Mikkel Hansen then gets the best left back of the competition in the All-Star team. Waiting to go forwards and collect it. The party making its way around as the preparations are made. For the final medal presentation. Just one more presentation to make on the All-Star team.
Player number 19 of France, Luc Abelot.
Luc Abelot, best right winger of the competition. 31 goals in the competition for the winger from Paris Saint-Germain, who of course plays alongside Mikkel Hansen. All smiles in his case, 7 goals here today to add to his tally. There is now one more besides the All-Star team. The most valuable player of the competition. Well, it had to be, didn't it? Nikola Karabatic in his first major competition with his younger brother. Huge smile on the face of the man who's been there and done it all. Won every title imaginable. World Player of the Year and now MVP at Euro 2014.
Congratulations to all 4 of you. Now there is
so that's it then. France are the European champions.
EHF Euro 2014.
Denmark silver, Spain bronze, but it's Les Bleus who've done it.
With 50 goals. Congratulations.
One final one. He was still with us. Juan Cañelas with 50 goals, top scorer in the competition. He's going to have a bronze medal later on and a big smile. Spaniard with a wonderful tally.
Present given by Wilson from the EHF.
8 goals in the bronze medal playoff.
And thanks to
the presentations are over, and now it just remains for France to celebrate and go and start the party.
Association for that. You really crowned the 2014 championship. But ladies and gentlemen, an event like this takes an audience, it takes some players, and it also takes some music. And the man behind the music I would like you to meet right now. So Paulier, come in here with me. Paulier Jensen is the man who has been entertaining you for 2 weeks. Tell me, Paulier, what has been the biggest hit with the audience?
The biggest hits from me, and when I start up the songs, is the song like Stefan would want to play now. And I know you can remember this. Please start, Stefan.
Okay, let's hear it. Are you with us?
Welcome to Denmark, the heart of handball.
And now come the song that you know. Stefan, please.
And Paulier, there is also a third hit. Should we take that? And please, audience, Denmark didn't win, but do it for France. Show us the real sportsmanship that you've been showing for 2 weeks now. The third one?
You have been a fantastic audience.
You have been
really, really. And Stefan, let's play the last song and let's go back here with a very good feeling of a very nice tournament. Thank you. Come on. Everybody.
Okay, audience, you made this event something very special. Now, before we start the medal award, I would like to introduce to you a very well-known Danish singer, a fantastic singer with a great soulful voice. Eventually, she opened this championship and she will also close it with a song that you all know very well. Ladies and gentlemen, give a very big hand to Nabia with Bang That Drum.
Nothing can stop me now that I'm flying. This is the moment, wanna shout it out. On the horizon, my star is rising. This is the moment, wanna shout it out. Tusind tak skal I have.
Thank you, Nabia. And thank you to all the performers dancing here. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now approaching the medal ceremony of the EHF Euro 2014. But first of all, I would like to welcome the awarders here on the floor. First, Mr. Jean Briot, EHF President, Mr. Arne Elofsson, EHF Euro 2014, Chairman and EHF Vice President, Mikael Widerer, IHF General Secretary, and from the Organizing Committee and the Danish Handball Federation, Per Bertelsen, and Danish Prime Minister Helle Thorning-Schmidt. Please come onto the floor. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that we all agree that the teams participating in this Euro EHF Euro delivered really great handball, even tonight, and even though your home team did not win. So I look out on all the players and I say a big appreciation, a big honor goes to the teams participating in the tournament this year. European handball is very, very proud of the performances that you showed. But now it is about those who made it all the way to the final through 7 tough games. And ladies and gentlemen, starting with the bronze medalist 2014, please welcome Spain.
Congratulations. Thank you. Very good performance from your team. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Good performance from the team.
Thank you.
Mr. President, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You start your career very well.
A tutti del vestito rosso, della giacchetta rossa.
decisive, memorable. Ladies and gentlemen, a deserved vice champion title winner and silver medalist,
je vais prendre le président. Je vais prendre Merci. Ouais. Congratulations, a fantastic match.
On ne traduira pas. Mais Madame le Premier ministre comprend parfaitement français.
What a beautiful picture. Give the French team a very big hand.
So France step onto the highest step of the podium. 41-32 winners over Denmark. They are the new European champions here in Herning. As Jean Briot, President of the European Handball Federation, and Helle Thorning-Schmidt, the Danish Prime Minister, hand the European Championship plate to Jérôme Fernandez. France, European champions again. A final of 73 goals, 109 shots, but it is France who win here in Herning. Fabulous scenes at the end of this European Championship in Denmark. Please don't drop it. You've worked so hard for it. And they really turned it on when it counted. So France, the celebrations can start in earnest. And it only remains for me, as we leave you with these wonderful scenes of celebration in Herning, for France to say thank you for following Euro 2014 with us. We hope you've enjoyed it. And until next time, from me, Paul Bray, goodbye.
Team with your boys. Goal by number 28. Here in the break, we have the pleasure to jeres vært for den officielle from this game. We kindly ask the teams for carrying out the
Bien gros.
Viens, Bacti. C'est ça, Bacti.
Viens, viens.
C'est quand même 19h, hein, tous les biens. Allez, on va direct. Ah, le bon contrôle antidopage.
Au revoir, merci.
Tu sais qui s'occupe de bière.
C'est bon, Thierry.
Si t'en as qui te gênent, Michel, tu dis.
Bon, putain, on avait bien fait le croisé nouveau là, c'était bien.
C'est bon, les bières. J'ai fait comme ça.
J'y vais, attendez. Ça va arriver, ça va arriver. Non, c'est pas énorme,
Putain.
Bon, Titi, merci. Merci.